Welcome to another Hobo Talks. On this one, we're going to talk about medical properties trust. This is just going to be a quick one, nothing too in depth, but I wanted to go over how many shares you would need to start to live financially free. Living financially free is something that most investors strive for. It could be something as simple as not having to pay for some of your bills, not having a mortgage, not having to pay rent, to live it on a yacht somewhere in a different country. There's different levels to this game, but here on this channel, we start out with the low hanging fruit. So we're going to start out with 50 to $100. How many shares would you need? All right, let's get going. As you can see, Medical Properties Trust is floating at around a little over $4. We're at $4.26. And currently, they still have a dividend of, drumroll, there it is. The current dividend is 8 cents. I think when I first got into this, it was 29 cents, and then it dropped to either 14 or 15 cents, and now we're at 8. So definitely going the wrong way as far as that goes. There's been a lot of bad stuff going on with Medical Properties Trust, but with the rates finally coming down, I believe they have a chance to return to their once great glory. As you can see here, the last payout was October 10th, so about a month ago, meaning the next payout won't be for another 2 months from now. So you got some time to get in if you want to. Boom. Now, one thing I'll say is a lot of different YouTubers will try to sell you their charts, but I will say a lot of the stuff they're using, best I can tell, are just free things that you can use yourself. This is just a simple little Excel chart that I made. As you can see, you can just put in a uh, different stalker symbol, and it will add in a lot of this information. The one thing that didn't update was this dividend, so I probably have to update something on that. But for now, we're talking about Medical Properties Trust. So let's throw the MPW back in there. I've already established the dividends 8 cents, so we know that part is correct. Now, it is a quarterly paying dividend, so there are 4 payments throughout the year. Basically, every 3 months, there is a payment. The yearly amount you're getting for one share would be 32 cents as it currently is, assuming the dividend stayed at 8 cents. Obviously, 8 times 4 is 32. So, now when you get down to how much you would need for $50 a month, this is how you do the math on this. And you can do this with any stock, right? You can sit here and say, okay, 50 is the number I need, right? So you have to divide out 50 divided by 0.32 divided by or times 12. Now, in case that didn't make sense. All right, so to put that in reverse, there's multiple ways to do it, but the way I like to look at it is you take this amount. So if you had 1,875 shares, each one of those is paying you 8 cents a quarter, right? So that's 150 every quarter, right? And then if you divide that by 3, because there's 3 months in a quarter, that gives you 50. So realistically, you're not getting paid every month. You're getting paid every 3 months, and you're getting paid $150. But to kind of even it out, I like to go ahead and throw that in there at a number that, if you were to divide it by the 3 months, would equal the 3 months, right? So, based on the stock price, the current stock price, you need a little bit shy of $8,000, $7,987.50. Now, to do $100, I mean, obviously, you can just double the number. So 3,750 shares. And that would be a total of 15,000, really almost $16,000 you would need to get $100 a month off of this stock, which is, that's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. And with the way this stock's been going, this may not be your best bet. But what I do believe about this stock is that it has a chance to go up. So it's not something I think is terrible to have in your portfolio. Just maybe not have the entire thing be your portfolio. Now, little side thing here for you. For the people that don't have, just shy of $8,000 to throw into a stock, what I like to give on this channel is hope. I don't like how most videos you watch say if you invest $100 a month, if you invest $1,000 a month. I don't think that's realistic for a lot of people. A lot of people are starting with $20 a month, $40, $50, something more like that. Maybe they can't do it every month. Maybe it's $100 a quarter, $1,000 a quarter. The point is, I like to give people a starting place. So, just something real simple. So, if you were trying to get to $50 a month and you could only put in $50 a month, kind of how long would that take? So, when you really break it down, what you really are trying to figure out in this scenario is if you had enough money to get to the $50 a month, how easily could you get to $100 a month based on this dividend, based on how much it's paying out and everything that's around that? So the answer I came up with that is 159 months. Basically 160 months. The math of that, really, I said the amount you need for 100 a month minus the amount you need for $50 a month divided by 50. So once you really crunch the numbers, what you can really see is after 159, basically 160 months, you would have enough money to basically buy another 1,875 shares to essentially give yourself another $50 a month that you would have moving forward. So at that point, with only your original investment of 7,987 and 50 cents, you would have doubled your money, and from then on out, you would be getting $100 a month, assuming you put all that money directly into Medical Properties Trust. If you were to instead put in $100 a month, so go ahead, compound the 50 with the additional 50, it would take you 79 months. So you're really looking at something a little bit closer to 6.5 years to get there. Now, I don't think this is exactly true because if you think about it, those dividends would also generate more dividends. But the dividend amount is so small that I don't think it really throws off the numbers that much. Maybe you get there in 77 months or 75 months, something like that. In general, this is one of those things that you're just going to have to stick with it if that is your goal. All right, that's about everything we got for this one. If you liked the video, please consider a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Medical Properties Trust now. Is this one that just needs to go away? It's done, can't recover? Or do you think there's some light at the end of the tunnel for this one? Especially now that the steward issues are more or less on the back end. What do you think about Medical Properties Trust? Let me know below. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, I's a hobo. Thanks for watching. Oh hey, you're still here. Well, in that case, feel free to click on this video on the right. I made a little video for people that may be struggling to come up with that $50 a month. Unfortunately, it's one of those things you got to get out there and grind, but I have a simple way that a lot of people can do without really even having to leave their house, at least to begin with. So check it out. I'll make sure, I promise, I'll make it quick.